What up? It's your boy. Here with
your motherfucking boy P2K. And I am back with a new video. And so is Daniel. Yeah, we could put that in parentheses. That could be like the subtitle.
This is like your monthly-ish.
Yeah.
Show for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically gonna run through, geek culture, games, movies, comics, music, the whole nine yards.
Yeah. And kind of to I'm gonna cut you off, Kel, but kind of like expand on what he was saying. I think that it's going to be a different approach on your typical podcast because not only are we discussing this is going to be a very broad topic region, I guess you could say. We're going to talk about like everything as far as like he was saying, comic books and fucking music and movies and all that stuff. So it's not going to be strictly like a music podcast or anything that has to do with like, music wise. It's going to be everything. So just throw that in there. You can continue, Ho.
Well, where are you going to start, Ho?
Shit. I say.
We can start.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking we could run to the music real quick.
Okay.
Do you want to take the albums or do you want to take the singles that were released this month?
Have you listened to all the albums?
I have not listened to all the albums, but I have listened to all the singles.
Alright, so let's do so we get the shorter stuff out the way then, so like do the singles first. And then like expand on the albums.
Okay, I'm gonna do the singles real quick.
Okay.
Mark Anthony, Bad Bunny, and Will Smith collab songs together.
Bro, I saw that shit.
That's not how you feel, bro.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate fan rock song.
That shit is lit as fuck.
Awesome, real.
Brian showed me it for the first time.
If it was some real, vibe and shit, because, Mark Anthony always put out some good shit.
Hell yeah.
And Will Smith's weird, uncomfortable, he gives it a real, chill, but still hot vibe.
Motherfucking the Fresh Prince was talking Spanish, bro. I love Bad Bunny, bro. I love Bad Bunny. He came in with the hot shit. He said, I was like, shit.
Next up, we got Eminem and Jordan Lucas collab,
Fucking flames, bro.
fucking fire to the maximum called Lucky You.
Oh my god.
Eminem really came back from, what was it, Revival?
Yeah. Revival wasn't so critically acclaimed. People fucking hated that shit. And I personally, I'm not gonna say I hated it, but it definitely wasn't no Eminem that I was used to. I didn't really like. It's not something I would go back and replay. Minus like a few songs on it, like 2 or 3.
There was a handful. Next up we got Khalid, right? Khalid.
Yeah.
Releasing Better, which is, another sad teenage song, but hey, that's what I'm into. Gotta put it on there.
I've heard snippets of it. I haven't actually went and listened to that full song.
And then, you got the song that I was obsessed with all month.
Yeah.
Jacob Anderson, a.k.a. Robert, a.k.a. Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. This motherfucker put me in my bag all time.
They fucking killed me right there. Hold on. I think you put it on while we were playing the game one time, and I did fuck with it. I fucked with it even more when he told me he was an actor and still making these fucking cool ass, dope ass fucking music.
Actually, the video for that song, that was amazing. Actually, it's you really gotta look deep into that. Actually, I
Yeah.
So you want to take over for the albums now?
Definitely. So I'm gonna start off personally with the fucking. Like I had to get comfortable right now. I'm gonna start off with the fucking critically acclaimed, long and waited for Carter 5. Alright. I didn't, if I'm not mistaken, I got through most of the album. There's probably like a song there's like a song or two I haven't listened to yet. But there was, let me actually pull up the track list if I could do that. And kind of talk about the songs that I actually remember listening to. Let me see. Okay, so there was a song on there, I Love You, Dwayne. That's the first song that was on there. I personally liked it. I skipped through it after like the first minute and a half. The song's only 2 minutes, but I didn't bother listening to it all the way to the end. Mona Lisa. Let me talk about Mona Lisa. That fucking song is lit. If I'm not mistaken, that's the Joan with fucking Travis Scott on it. Travis Scott just released his Astro World album, so I expected him to have Travis Scott on here for that reason alone. And just because like they make sonically they both make very similar music. Open Letter, that was a very personal song, judging by the title, called Open Letter, obviously. Yeah, he was talking about how he almost like felt he was dying, because he was like the drug use and the lean and all the shit that he was doing that he still kind of does to this day. He was talking about, like, shit was crazy. He got real personal. Let me see. And I'm trying to remember. Dedicate. That's the song that he was talking about how he made, I guess, mumble rap what it is today. You know what I mean? Like, he basically was saying he inspired a lot of these newer rappers. As far as, yeah. Like, with the lean rapping, you know, like, talking about how he sips lean and shit like that. Like, all that kind of stuff, he said he inspired that. And especially the part in his name, Lil Wayne. That's, you know what I mean? Everybody puts that Lil before their name, even though that was pretty common in the 2000s. But, like, he really made that shit poppin'. So you didn't listen to the Carter 5, right? Or like anything off of it?
Nah, but I was really surprised at the release. Like, I was on Spotify in the morning, and it popped up. I was like, oh shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, automatically I was down for the album because, like, Lil Wayne hasn't really been in the public eye since, I mean, he hasn't had an album out in a while. He was on the fucking song with Chance the Rapper. That song was lit. It got overplayed though, so sadly I don't really listen to it that much. But yeah. And then it's like, exactly. Alright, so I'm gonna go to fucking, bro. You already know. I'm gonna leave that one for last. Though. I'm gonna leave that one for last. So let's talk about Young Sinatra 4, this new Logic album. I'm gonna talk about one song in particular that really blew me away. Honestly, fucking the song. He literally had the entire Wu-Tang Clan on the album.
Oh shit, for real?
The entire Wu-Tang Clan, all 9 or 10 members, right? I believe it's 10 now, but I think the original, like, 8. You know what I mean? Like, he has, and the song is 8 minutes long, bro. It's called Wu-Tang Forever, and I'm gonna give you specific time. Let me see. It's called Wu-Tang Forever, and it is. Give me the fucking time. Okay. Technical difficulty. 8 minutes and 7 seconds long. So a pretty lengthy song, and every single member raps on there, bro.
It's about 50 seconds for each nigga?
Yeah, give or take. Personally, I think Method Man had the best verse on there. I would put it on, but like I don't want to search through there to find his verse. But I think he had the best verse. It was pretty short, but it was fucking fire. What other song was good on there? Iconic. He had a song on there called "Iconic" with Jaden Smith. Very reminiscent of the Icon beat. The way there was like a chorus in the background with like a faded out woman's voice having that like that fade in. It had something similar to that, like in the background of this, and the way the hi hats and shit was like, they all sounded the same, just cadence wise and shit like that.
So it was like a
to Icon, yeah, and the fact that he had Jaden Smith on there, I think made it 10 times better. I'll actually fucking I'll put it on so you can hear exactly what I'm talking about. Even in the beginning part, you could tell what I'm talking about. As far as that goes, I think I have my computer muted.
Shout out that boy Slim Shady for all the love.
That was that. I'm gonna pause it right there. We could like that's fucking fire. If you guys haven't listened to Eminem's new album Kamikaze, he shouts out Logic, saying that he inspired the Logics, the Hobsons, the Coles, and all the you know what I mean? Like he inspired all these new rappers and the newer rappers as far as our icons of our time. You know. Like you hear what I mean though, like that, the way that, and then listen to when the drums come in.
I heard it.
You hear that fucking, you see what I'm talking about? It's very similar. Oh man, so I'll just let that, I'm just, leave it at that. But like very similar to Icon, and I thought it was, again, like you said, paying homage to fucking Jaden Smith for that one, and he did a good fucking job of doing it. And Jaden Smith's verse on there was pretty fire too. So, but yeah, I think personally those two songs really stood out to me. Don't get me wrong though, the rest of the album is very fire. So if you haven't done so already, definitely go check out Logic's new album, Young Sinatra 4. The concept is amazing.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all. And last but not least, my fucking boy Russ. My guy. If you ever watched this.
Look, he's been getting a lot of heat lately for like some weird shit, but not gonna hold it. This album looks fucking lit.
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking, I expected it to be lit. It's Russ, of course. And like, I don't know how he does it. I don't know what's his thought process going into the studio. If we could possibly get Russ on here one day, like in the future, bro, I'm talking way down the line. But if we could get on that shit and get Russ on this fucking show, that would be fucking amazing. I could show him the picture and be like, bro, I met you a couple years back. And like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just super lit. Anyway, back to the album. Like Daniel was saying, that shit is fire. The concept, as far as he's been saying on the like the interviews, it's a story about his life, like coming up. Like his last album was like the journey coming here, but like now that he's here, it's like how did everything change now that he got here? And he talked about how once he started getting on in the music game, he was bringing all the money into the house, and his dad started feeling some type of way, and it caused him and his mom's relationship to kind of like fizzle out. His dad and his mom's relationship. So, and he would like, you could kind of tell throughout all the songs that that's where it was kind of going, because he was really talking about like back in the day, or like just that time right before What They Want, if I'm not mistaken, like that kind of time era. Like he already had some success, but like he was really popping off now. And it's just like, again, the story, you gotta really listen to it. I can't really put it into words, but like fire, just straight fire. Now as far as like, let me see, my favorite songs on there. My number one favorite song, you already fucking know.
Hell yeah, bro. It's my favorite song.
Missing You Crazy. My God. Man, fucking
Back 2.5.
hell yeah, bro. As soon as that fucking that guitar comes on in the beginning, that dum 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 dum, I'm like, oh shit. Like it just, oh my god, though. I mean, let me get the instrumental on real quick if they have it online, just to get you guys a sense of what I'm talking about and what we're talking about right now. Oh my god.
Just that right there.
Come on, come on. Russ is a fucking god, and my computer just like turned off on me on some hot shit. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So we could continue on to the thing. Definitely go check out Russ's new album though, for sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna let Daniel take it from here because he's the only one with a computer screen at the moment.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, technical difficulties is on the ground.
Yeah, we chilling, we chilling.
We're going to leave the section, you know, that's just the intro content. We're going to actually run through these comics real quick while.
Oh, for sure.
Set that back up.
Yeah. Daniel's definitely gonna be overpowering with this one. He gave me a very like quick rundown of him, so I'll my input as far as like what he told me. But this is Daniel's field.
The list of releases this month, and we're going to talk about the two big ones. As far as releases go, as Guardians of the Galaxy just launched, the League of Humans is continuing. Fucking Black Hole Sandman the Dreaming, which is, you know, DC's vertical line. Basically, DC Canon now. That started. Justice League is continuing, and I believe that's the issue in which we get to see how the Injustice League, or whatever they're called, this iteration.
Yeah.
But one of the main things, the return of Wolverine was long.
Hell yeah. From what Daniel was telling me, this shit's fucking seems pretty lit. As far as like they're bringing back the classic blue and yellow Wolverine, because I've always been a big fan of that.
Like this return was kind of weird. I mean, we all like it was all bad. You know, sometimes something that was I mean, like weird, like personality and everything.
Is it
But the main focus is giving him a new quote-unquote power in the, like, basically, like, fire amazing claws.
yeah. That just seems pretty lethal as far as what you were telling me, bro. With the fucking shit's like heating up and him being able to like you said, somewhat make his claws catch on fire. When they like that's insane.
But we're gonna move on to the second big release in comics this month, Batman Damn. And all I have to say is Batman's.
That motherfucker got a schlong as far as I know.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna say anything.
No homo, by the way.
Well endowed, like,
No homo, by the way.
put that out there.
I guess when you were a billionaire, you could do shit like that.
It is a pretty good story, like this last thing, you know, I'm actually trying to make up a comic myself. Like, see what you think. I really want to read that. Just hope I don't get a censored version. Because like that's really cool. It's supposed to be a lot of people watch.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not. But they've got some backlash for that. You just said they're trying to censor the book already. I don't know. Kind of seems weird.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, if you're gonna fucking say it's a black label, then be a black label and don't censor something that would be considered black label. Don't censor it. 'Cause at that point, it's not black label. It's black label with some censorship. Yeah. I just got it back up now. I'm on the dock.
The comics, over to the movies.
Mhm. Yeah. No, we could do the not too poppin' movies, I guess you could say, that don't really get that much. Uh,
Alright, so I'm gonna just get them out of the way.
okay.
This month were Crazy Rich Asians, which is a rom-com.
Uh huh.
Searching, which is a mystery in which we follow that.
Wait, let me. I don't mean to cut you off. Let me just say, this fucking movie looks amazing. The trailer for this shit looks great. I didn't see the trailer for Crazy Rich Asians, but the Searching with the guy from Harold and Kumar, this fire. My bad, ho. Like cinematic kind of stuff.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
So it's very Paranormal Activity-esque.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Okay.
But another release this month was Peppermint.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a taken lean music kind of thing,
Okay.
It's like a action film.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And that's pretty much all I know about that movie.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah, I'll start it off with fucking. I just watched the trailer for Night School right before we started it. I realized I've watched the trailer before on Instagram, but I wasn't familiar with the movie by name. I just knew that it was the Kevin Hart Tiffany Haddish movie, like as I was watching the trailer. But anyway, that movie seems pretty funny. A lot of people give Kevin Hart shit. I'm not even gonna say a lot of people, specifically one comedian in particular, fucking Cat Williams. He talks shit about Kevin Hart 24/7. And like Kevin Hart just came at him. I don't know if you guys recently seen the interview. Going off topic, but he came at him on an interview on a radio show where he was saying that Cat Williams got his chance already to be famous years ago, but he fucked it up when he started doing all that crazy shit, beating up that little kid at the soccer game and shit. Like that video had me rolling when it first came out. But yeah, so Night School seems pretty lit. The Predator. Not too big of a fan of those movies. I've never got into them, but I've seen I'm not even gonna say the first two. I've seen the first one. I've seen one. Okay, and I like those movies. I think it was the Alien versus Predator when I watched. But this is clips probably. If I say I watched it, that'll be a lie. I'll say I watched clips.
you know, that was the stem of the joke of Get to the Child, right?
Really?
Yep.
I feel.
Classic Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator movie was the stem of Get to the Child.
Oh man. I feel bad that I don't, or like I didn't know that previously. Though I'm kind of mad at myself for doing so. Mm-hmm.
Not like pure remake, but it was called Predator. It came out like 5 or so years ago. Remember, it had the guys. So it had different race from Terminator 3.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I know which one you're talking about. I think I watched that one as well.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of good. I mean, I liked it as like a 10-year-old, but
Hmm. So, my question, kind of following up on that, this is a remake as well, right? This new Predator movie is a remake.
technically speaking, added a little bit to the lore. I think this one, they've tried to do too much with the lore.
Uh huh.
Let me know that I haven't seen the movie yet, but seeing it live is so very invested or interested in seeing live, looked at all the spoilers,
Hmm. Yeah.
I did a little research on it, and what they tried to do with the lore here was a little too much for them to handle.
Okay. In like what sense?
Well, minor spoilers. There's not one, but two Predators, I think, and
Like main predators, right?
Yeah, and then there was a song, and the song was either I don't know this song.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But they try to go with some predator or like maybe things backstories.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if it was done like coherently, I think it could be a good thing for adding mythos to that character.
Uh-huh.
But there have always been rushed attempts. I think this is just not a rushed attempt.
Yeah, I mean, because I heard no hype about this movie at all previously before the trailer came out.
But moving on.
Yeah. That a lot of people have been fucking with is, yeah, that shit's been getting a lot of good reviews as far as, like, it being... And they say this a lot about all the new scary movies that come out, wherever it's, like, a new approach. It's like, oh, it's the scariest movie out right now. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm not even going to go that way, but people say it's good.
Haven't watched it yet. People say it's good.
Yeah. That's my take on it. People say it's good.
There's another movie in
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no confusing as far as I know. The only thing is, like, I never knew that they coincided with each other with the stories. I had no idea.
Yeah. But moving on to trailers and leaks.
I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
The Captain Marvel trailer dropped, which we just saw today actually.
Yeah.
Watched another movie.
Venom.
Captain Marvel was fucking tastic.
Hell yeah. I'm not too big on female superhero movies, but I'm looking forward to watching this one.
I'm not entirely like I don't know a lot about the Captain Marvel character. Like
Neither do I.
This is her story.
Yeah.
And from what it looks like, it looks pretty fucking
Not.
good.
I completely agree with you.
Movie so far has been pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Classic Fury, classic Coulson.
Right.
I have nothing bad to say about this trailer. I'm just excited for the movie.
No, I totally agree with you on that one for sure.
Classic.
We got Carlos jumping in here. He just he came into the room.
Nigga?
No, we're audio.
Alright.
Shout out to Carlos.
Shout out to me, bitches.
We tried the cross playing yesterday on Xbox or the PlayStation and Xbox.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Now look, if we play with Lucas, if we play trips, right, with me, you, and Lucas, we'll be playing with all the fucking Switch niggas. Them niggas ass, bitch. We gonna fuck them up.
Dark Phoenix.
Yo, that's gonna be dope, dude.
We saw the trailer for that today.
I love Phoenix. That's my bitch. She gonna fuck shit up. You don't think so?
Nah.
Why?
Look, what in Apocalypse and release that Phoenix was already they're trying to say that they go up into space and she's kind of seems redundant.
I don't think it's the fact that they went into space that gave it to her. I think it woke it up. Because that's kind of how it was. Because remember in X2, she died or whatever, and came back as the Phoenix. Feel me? I did air quotes. You can't see me, but I did air quotes. Died. You know what I mean? She died or whatever, and she came back and blah blah blah. That's how it is. No worries. She gonna die and come back and die and come back and die and come back. She always die and come back. She's the Phoenix. It's her powers to die and come back.
When she first got the Phoenix was because she went to go self-sacrifice, and that's when the Phoenix took over her in space.
Mhm.
And in the trailer, they're all in the lacquer, and they're all in space, and they get this big ass like orange cloud in space. And you see a quick snippet of
Fantastic Four. Oh.
jumps back to fucking Earth and shit. Now you remember the fucking ton of metal. Xavier's apparently had genes since she was like 8.
Y'all some diggers. Y'all can't just take it for what it is. Y'all niggas gotta dig it.
Hey,
Jab it.
you got
How accurate was Venom? Barely.
As far as going by the comics, from what we heard, is very accurate.
Have you read the comics?
Yeah, the book is actually they changed. This is like the comic movie book, I guess you could say. A lot of it is what the original script, I guess you could say, was supposed to be, but they changed a lot of it. It's very similar. Yeah.
What we playing?
No, we got the well, technically we're playing Spider-Man. Well, we were playing Spider-Man before that, but we have
Can we play some Spider-Man?
Nah, I got the poster thingy up for the podcast. This is recording on the screen.
I know that.
That's a screenshot with the text on it. It's on the video editing app.
You don't got a PSP or something?
Now the PSP is dead.
Oh.
Charger's broken. I gotta figure out a way to mess with it to fix
You don't
it.
got no games for your PC?
Nah, the
I should've
PC's
brought
broken.
my Xbox, nigga.
To continue with the movie topics, Joaquin Phoenix.
What'd you think about the Joker?
I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. This face paint is looking fire. It's that grungy look.
But it's a clown.
It's a
still.
clown. That's what I like about it. It's still very reminiscent of a clown. And he's the clown prince of Gotham. So this is gonna be lit.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more
But
Yeah.
is it similar to the Killing Joke?
What they're saying is it's kind of similar with
Is he a
the Killing
comedian?
Joke. He's a comedian, yeah, like a struggling comedian or like clown, I guess you could say, that then becomes kind of like broken in a way because he's not successful.
Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
He's broken and he hasn't become a successful, I guess you could say, funny person, and he goes this route and loses his mind.
Yeah, but what's gonna break him? That's the question.
That's what I'm interested to see.
Because is he gonna have a wife
Mhm.
and kid? You know what I mean? What's gonna break him?
I don't think they're gonna go that cliche route. It's gonna be something really like, it might be something real twisted. Maybe like.
What if it's something real simple?
It could be that too. It could kind of go back to what he was talking about, like with the Dark Knight's Joker, where like his father was a drunk,
Yeah, but
and he was like.
he said the same. It was the same story, just about. He had a story about somebody.
And yeah, in the Dark Knight, Joker tells 2 stories of why he became the Joker. That's why
Yeah.
he's not taken seriously. Like he doesn't even know his own story. He just knows that he's the Joker. That's what I liked about that Dark Knight character.
That's just like, okay, you ever see Mad Love on the animated series?
I've never watched that.
Never seen that episode, Mad Love?
Mm.
Watch that episode.
Oh, Batman animated series. Okay.
Yeah, Mad Love, the one where Harley Quinn talks about how she fell in love with the Joker and blah
Oh,
blah.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking. I'm not gonna.
And
say
then
it.
she's got Batman. She got Batman. She's gonna kill this motherfucker. He's dead, dude. All she has to do is press the button one time,
Mm.
and he'll fall into the piranhas and get eaten the fuck up. Ain't no surviving that.
Yeah.
But he knows Joker so well that he told her the same stories that the Joker told her, but it was different scenarios. Like they were in different places, but the stories and the actions were all just the
It's
same.
like similar.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Man, Google that shit. Mad Love. I got that episode on my Xbox One. I bought that when I had 360. Mad Love.
Oh, since we're on the topics of movies, it's not on the list, but we gotta talk about Venom. We just watched that today.
Y'all just watched that today.
Yeah, we just watched it. Me and Daniel just watched it today.
I had to work at Wawa today. Fill the goddamn cooler from 11 to fucking 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Honestly, I would say I'll let you start it off. I'll let you get your verdict out.
If I'm honest, it's a nice Venom story.
Yeah.
For Elseworld. I'm gonna ask Spider-Man or like most of the Marvel characters.
Mhm.
It's a nice cohesive Venom story.
Yeah, it gives him a lot of room it gives them a lot of room to go, like do more, as far as like what they want to get their point across. Because like I don't see people putting curse words in a Spider-Man movie. It's Eddie Brock. It's Venom. You have more edge when it comes to not being in that same universe that coincides with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, but if they're gonna ever bring Venom into the universe,
they're gonna have to cross it up eventually.
They don't have to even be Tom Hardy. It could be a totally different Venom, which I think that'd be stupid.
Yeah, no,
but
they better keep
Venom as a character has the freedom to do that because he's not all good.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
Right, because he's not bad, but he's not good.
Yeah.
Even though when he first came out, he was all bad because he wanted to fuck Spider-Man up.
Yeah.
And that's because he hosted to Spider-Man first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he got those spider characteristics.
Yeah.
And that's how come Spider-Man can't see Venom in his spider sense ever. Because the symbiote copied his genome.
Uh-huh.
Feel me? So the symbiote copied his genome, and when it attaches to another host, it can use the spider powers.
It takes those traits from the previous genome.
Yeah, yep.
Gotcha. He kind of talked about that in the movie when he was talking to Eddie Brock.
He was like 4 Venoms too.
Because what they kind of expressed a lot in the movie was you have to have the same, basically like what you said, the same like cells and genomes to match so that the symbiote doesn't kill you when it attaches to you. Otherwise, you die if it attaches to you. And that happened. They were using poor people, homeless people as their...
Like that clip you showed me, he said parasite.
Parasites,
That's exactly what it is. The host has to be strong enough to
withstand it and go along and have that durability to withstand the power of what Venom
now I gotta go see this movie.
It's really good. I liked it. If you had to put... I'm gonna give my verdict. I liked it a lot. A lot of people were saying it was very outdated. I couldn't really... I could see why they were saying that as far as like the cinematic techniques go. Like the action scenes could have been way better, stuff like that. But that's little stuff. That's little baby stuff. You can't just say the movie was outdated because of little things like that.
See, and that, you know what it is?
That's what a
lot of people are very visual. Sometimes you could watch a movie and the visual is okay, it's decent, it's bearable.
Yeah.
For the story they're trying to tell. But when the plot, the plot itself is a good plot and it's a good story.
Yeah.
And you can look back at different points and parts of a movie and like, yo, this is then it goes. That to me is a good movie.
That's what makes a movie.
It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh man, listen, I hate Blade 2, right? But the only reason I hate Blade 2 is because they use CG for most of the fighting. But that fucking story is bad fucking ass, dude.
Exactly.
Dude, with the fucking split mouth shit and fucking like he came from like the vampire god and all that. You know what I mean? Like that's what. And then the third one, Dracula. But you know what I mean? But it had a good premise, had a good story. So it always doesn't have to be about the visuals.
I was just about to kind of touch on that topic. I like if a movie has a great story and it doesn't really meet up with the glitz and glamour that what a movie is or has been fantasized to be. Like Michael Bay, I feel like takes that completely out of proportion. He's all about explosions though. And you can't expect every movie to be all about explosions and actions and stuff, especially even if it's a superhero movie. Automatically you assume it's going to be a lot of action and stuff, but like at the end of the day, if the story is a regular dude that becomes or kind of gets into that situation where he's a hero all of a sudden, it's not going to change his lifestyle. At the end of the day, he's still a regular dude, so like he's not going to be doing crazy like Agent Shield explosions and like spaceships kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because he's a regular dude.
Like Spider-Man.
Just like Spider-Man and Venom.
Spider-Man don't got that suit on. He's just Peter fucking Parker.
Peter Parker. Exactly.
He's just some guy that takes pictures.
Yeah.
And is very fucking smart.
Well, alright, Hope. We're going to have to jump to gaming because we're running out of time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going
totally
to
forgot
rapid fire these miscellaneous Johns.
Okay, so we can start going into the big stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Fallout
gotcha.
76 beta starts October 30th for Xbox One.
Uh-huh.
First, touch on the school thing, which means
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken by that, by the way. Telltale's closing.
Yeah.
Their their latest games haven't been really doing too well as far as like
because they feel all the same. That's why.
the stories are really good, but their gameplay, when it comes to gaming, kind of like what we were just talking about, it's a big difference. The gaming and the movie, it's the complete opposite. You gotta have
a
good
shitty
gameplay.
story and just have a dope ass game.
Yeah, you gotta have a good story and good gameplay to really get your point across in a video game. And
Motherfucking
Telltale wasn't doing that.
Belgium is trying to sue EA for their fucking
Uh huh. Okay. Uh huh. Mhm. We were just previously talking about that before we started streaming. That's gonna be lit. Uh huh.
What? I want that for Christmas.
I heard
want
about
both
that
of those
as well.
for Christmas.
Yeah. That's fire. Let's work from the bottom up. So let's start with some AC.
So, as far as Assassin's Creed goes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey just launched. Speaking of which, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is available for stream. Like the entire game, you don't have to download it, you don't have to buy it. You can stream it. But you just have to buy it to stream it. But you just console,
Mm.
Xbox, PlayStation, and Japan. And more Assassin's Creed news. Assassin's Creed 3,
Yo, I'm buying that. I'm buying that, bro. I already told you I'm buying it.
It's not shit on, but
Yup, same thing.
What? The first?
I mean, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood for me was really that game for me, and a lot of people. I mean, it was just a continuation of Ezio's story.
Played every
It wasn't a full
single game in the Assassin's Creed lineup, minus the Egypt one,
Okay.
the Origin,
Yeah.
minus Origin or whatever. But I played every single one from the first one that was on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm. The one
I remember the Game Informer telling me about the game.
It must have been such a crazy time when there was no Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
like Assassin's Creed is such a capital, like big time game now.
It was like talking.
That's an essential game to have.
It's talking about like how the gameplay is different, where each button will correspond to a part of the body. Like that's how was the thinking behind the buttons. The button scheme, like X would be the hands and B would be the leg or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just talking about that, like how you think of it now as just some regular thing.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, going from Xbox regular to the 360, and then that being one of the first games on there.
Mm-hmm. That's revolutionary.
Bro, I have lived through the video game change through all these years.
Yeah. I think we're really starting to get into
I remember my
that
mother
time.
bought a Nintendo for me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
My mother and my father. They bought a regular Nintendo. NES. And it was supposed to be for me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how many times me and my sister played it?
Oh, yeah.
Twice. Twice.
Some quick Sony news about the PS Vita ends production this year at the end of the year.
Thank
Which
God.
sucks. I like the PS Vita though. It's such an underrated system, honestly, or handheld system.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to pick one up before it ends.
I'm gonna do the same.
So
I might
I
might have to get a new one because the right stick on mine is messed up.
the PS Classic was announced.
Yo, it's gonna be $100. It's $100, bro.
Oh.
Mini PS.
Just $100?
Yeah. I'm not buying it. Right? I'll do it for the stream. I heard about that as well.
For what? You say that again?
PS Now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Our streaming service for like the PS3
yeah.
games and stuff.
You could download them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or phone. which is insane.
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy as hell.
How niggas play on the phone? I don't
You
know.
could get it on your
My
phone.
boys, I haven't played it last yet.
Oh man, yo, come with me to my Xbox.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Bro.
So the storage size was announced
Yep.
at 105 gigs of space.
I saw this picture online, bro, and I was like, there's no way in hell, bro. Like, I gotta delete.
5 gigs.
I have to delete like
Oh man, I got
3
like
games.
400 gigs on my thing. I'm good.
No, I gotta delete some stuff off of mine.
Or you could spend a couple dollars and buy a flash drive. I mean a hard drive.
An external drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
It's the
actually
smartest
thinking
thing
about
to do, bro. It's cheaper
hmm
and it's efficient.
Yeah.
Bro, I have all my games. I could literally unplug mine, go to my brother's room and plug it in, and all my games are there and I can play.
I'm about to do that. Just so I could have
Some more RDR2 news. The online was announced
To launch a month after, which is the same thing they did with GTA 5.
Uh-huh.
What was it?
It was a beta. Oh my god.
Well, they gotta be.
They kinda. Okay, so I'm just that
But
beta
the thing
movement.
is this with the beta. At least with the beta, you know there's changes coming. So if there's something you don't like, you can voice your opinion.
And they'll eventually
And
change.
they'll eventually help fix whatever it is.
Yeah, that's one thing I've
Because
always liked about it because they're very responsive
I'm
with
assuming
beta.
it's gonna be like GTA Online, just in the Wild Wild West.
That's exactly what me and
Right?
Frank were saying earlier.
I mean, that would be the only logical thing, unlike before, where it was like you just was a dude and you ran through or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be a bunch of people owning things, moving things.
hmm
Farms,
That's gonna be
cattle.
awesome. That's gonna be super cool.
Which is why I hate the Fallout 76 period announcement, because that's how things will be. It's around the border before you have the entire world trying to
Right.
I don't think
think-
that many people.
Nah, I think it's gonna be wild because Fallout's a big game.
First time multiplayer, right?
Yep. That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm scared of because I feel like it's gonna
that
be.
server's gonna crash.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm scared
It's
of.
gonna be overload for like the first 2 weeks.
What, I think in total it was 5 million copies of Fallout 4 was sold, right?
Already?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Let's give it like they have that thing 2.5. Let's say 2.5 million trying to log in on the first day.
Uh huh.
Let's say only 100,000 of those people actually get into the server until it all fucking crashes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be wild.
But then again,
Press conference last week in actual reservation, they had the Green Bar Hotel, and they said that they're gonna have to make the setup for a certain hour so that they're trying to stress the servers.
Uh huh.
So that does crash. They're trying to get out really quick.
yeah, I was gonna say that. Like a company that with a game that successful has to be aware that if they're starting online, they gotta go through that process, that crash process. So I'm pretty sure they're finding ways to knock it out early.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the smartest thing to do. So, trust it, you're gonna be able to play. Don't worry.
No, yeah. I think it's gonna.
It might get that crash, but I think they expect it, so they're gonna crash it themselves. Like, fuck it, we're gonna boom, just bang it out, get it over with.
So put into perspective, Fallout 4. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry. Fallout 4 got in total 13.89 million sales.
Oh shit, I was off like almost a fucking 10.
I was just off by a smidge.
But I guess since it was big news, we only got a minutes to change, but sorry man, fucking launched this month.
Yeah. It launched.
Crazy.
It didn't launch, bro. It skyrocketed. This game is awesome.
For everyone who doesn't know, I pre-ordered the Spider-Man edition PS4.
Yeah, I was like, damn. When I saw it in person, that thing was crispy,
You know
bro.
what's crazy, Pedro?
What?
If you could afford that.
I know, but it's like it's cool, but like it's something that I feel like once I get it, I'm gonna regret buying it afterwards.
I do that too, bro.
I'm gonna be like,
I'll be
damn,
like,
you
yeah, I'm about to be good. Oh man, why the fuck I buy this? Now I need money for this.
right. It's gonna be like, you know what? But I could have like this, you know.
I understand that. I get that. But man, listen, sometimes you gotta do some stuff for yourself.
That's true. Do you want to use the roachy smoker?
Amazing ass bread.
Blow it right like all this. It's still big.
I know. I'm saying that once it gets smaller, you want to use the roachy smoker.
It's like a whole different feeling. Like I know I paid for this model of myself.
Yo, that's a good feeling, bro. That's a good feeling. When you did some shit with your own fucking money, that's a good feeling. I remember that feeling for the first time. Fucking, I was in 8th grade. Just graduated.
That's the
Oh,
timer?
time's up. Story time is over.
Damn.
So, that's been ZENOCAST or the new show that I made.
Yeah.
It's been your boy, Zeno.
And it's been your boy P2K. You already know.
And Big Poppy Bear on the 3 to
I guess we'll see you next time.
Definitely. Or I mean, if this does well, I don't mind doing it a little earlier if Daniel's down. But yeah, you can never be as cool as Too Cool.
Yo, I would
Peace
totally
out,
guest
man.
star every couple months, bro.
That'd be lit. It's cool to have another perspective.
Every
on
day we
everything.
lit.
But yeah, stay Too Cool, everybody.
I don't own the rights
Stay
to
lit.
that song.
Yeah. Don't copyright us on that one, fam.
Dog, I was just saying what he said. I don't mean it.
All right. Let me see. Did I press it? It's not working.
Oh no. We're still on.
Oh, my controller's off. I got so terrified. I was